good afternoon, evening. Just jumping on to say a hi and hello, and I hope you had a great Monday. And hopefully my dogs don't start bashing on the door because I have walked down the other end of the house. And I also just played with them with a new toy, so I'm hoping they'll give me a bit of a reprieve to be able to talk to you all and without the barking and the carrying on. But today's topic is gender stereotyping from bullies. So I've seen a couple of people post and talk about bullies being more of one gender than the other, or maybe doing it in a different way. My experience has been pretty consistent across the board, men and women, and I don't really know whether, from my experience, women and men bully differently. I think each individual person has their own traits and has their own nasty way of doing things, but from my experience, there hasn't been women kind of bullying in a less, I guess, obvious way than men. And men have also got the tendency to kind of doing it in a less obvious way so that it doesn't look like bullying from the outset. So I think that's where I thought this topic was really interesting, and I wanted to kind of share it and discuss it with all of you, because I know that there are research and facts and figures to kind of back up both sides, whether there is women, I guess, bully in a more passive aggressive way and it's less obvious, whereas men, for the most part, people tend to think that men kind of bully in a public setting and it's more obvious, whereas I think there's two sides to each of these, and I think there's merit to that, but there's also, I think we can't stereotype genders and basically make a female bully does this and a male bully does this, because that's not always the case. And I think we would be kind of doing ourselves and other people a disservice if we tried to put it in that kind of box. And gender stereotyping isn't really going to serve anyone, because everyone's situation is quite unique. And I've had the male bullies where they yell and they carry on, but they do it in a way that they don't do it in front of people that would kind of pull them up on it. They do it in front of people that aren't going to say anything and let them get away with it for longer. So I don't think that females do it in a less obvious way. I think that everyone kind of has a different way of bullying and their own style. So I hope that kind of makes sense for some of you. If you've got your own particular story, please let me know, because it's always good to chat about it and open the discussion to see how everyone's experiencing their side of bullying. But for me, gender stereotyping definitely hasn't been the case from my experience. I know that some people may have just had female bullies in their workplaces and some people may have just had males. But from what I'm gathering from a lot of people that are chatting to me, it's actually a mix, and there's no rhyme or reason as to who or why or how people bully. And I would really enjoy doing some research or even some of my own case studies and things like that in the future, just to be able to kind of shed some light and see if there is a pattern. From my current experience, I don't believe that there is. And also, I just can't think and seem to feel like men are going to only do it in an obvious way with yelling and things like that. They tend to do it the same as women, as far as I'm concerned, and different experiences have taught me different things. And I guess bullying ultimately is negative behavior that it's not okay. And that's kind of the message that I want to convey, rather than trying to work out whether men or women bully more or whether their styles are gender specific. That's really kind of not what we should be focusing on. Bullying is really severe. It's not something that anyone I would wish on anyone or anyone should be going through, but it is out there. So that's the conversation we need to be having, and something that we need to be addressing. And I guess it's not going to go away. So we need to put in our coping strategies and maybe just keep the message out there that it is happening in the workplace. And that way we can hold people accountable, because a lot of people don't realize that they're actually bullying people when their behavior is negatively impacting someone, and it could actually lead to bullying. So maybe if we pick the people up when it's a one-off situation and say, hey, that's not okay, then that way we can actually make a difference and reduce bullying in the future. But we also need to make sure that we have our coping strategies and we understand what bullying is and how it impacts us. But that one was quite in depth. I'm about to go and make some dinner. So I hope you all get to enjoy your dinner and maybe have a cheeky snack of some chocolate or something along that, or whatever you enjoy on a Monday night, and celebrate the start of the week. But have a great night, and thank you so much for watching. See you later, guys. Bye.